That's how you make an entrance, phonies. Sup, homies? Crazy Pretzel here, coming to you live here on today's January 23rd. It's about 4 in the morning. Figured, just finished watching Dynamite from, what was it, the 21st? Figured I might as well make a review. Excuse me. Had to release my burp from the Coke. So, AEW Dynamite this week. This show was a piece of shit. This show was bad. The main event was okay. That's about the only thing on this show I would recommend watching. So, yeah, just watch the main event, and that's the review. Good night, everybody. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Sorry, I had to. I was playing music, so. Alright, so let's go into this show. So the show opens up with the Dork Order and Hangman Page are out there. Actually, it's just the Dork Order. They come out. There's a birthday cake on a table. Brody Lee's kid, -1 is his name or something. He's out there. They light the candles for him, and stuff. They're, wishing him a happy birthday and whatnot. And then, for some reason, their opponents... Well, this 4-on-4 tag match is supposed to be like the Dork Order. It's that idiot John Silver that I don't like. Reynolds and Adam Page and some other guy. I don't know who the fuck it was. Oh, it was Colt Cabana. And it was, they were fighting Hybrid 2 and Chaos Project, which is this 50-year-old... Japanese hardcore deathmatch wrestler named Luther, who nobody knows who the fuck he is. He's got really no business being in the ring. And this little midget guy named Serpentico. So in this promo, they're like about to wish Brody Lee's kid a little happy birthday, and then Luther comes out, and apparently, I guess on Dark or something, -1 said something to him about like him being stupid or something, and then Luther comes out cutting a promo, and he's like, I look stupid? He's like, my face is perfectly proportional, but I look stupid? And he's got this goofy I can't think of the I'm trying to think of the chakra that goes up here. It's like the third eye or something. He always has this third eye on his forehead to try to look scary or something, but he just looks stupid and a goof or whatnot. So they try to jump Dork Order, and then Hybrid 2 come out, and they're ganging up on him, but then, match breaks down, and then Adam Page comes out and dives in everybody to start the match off. This match went 16 minutes. Well, the segment / the match, because I'm rating the whole thing, and went 16 minutes. Yeah, way too much Dork Order stuff. This match was, I didn't care for it. Let's see. We had a nice botch in this match toward toward the middle to the end of it. Because this match sucked because there was no psychology. It was pretty much everybody in the ring, action nonstop, whatever. I took a quarter point off for the time limit because of the 16 minutes. Took a point off for the referee retardation and goofiness because, like I said, the ref didn't try to maintain any control in this match whatsoever. Quarter point off for the selling and no psychology. And I'm trying to see oh yeah, the goofiness in this match. So the goofiness of this match, we'll do the botch first, then the goofiness. The botch in the match was Luther pushed somebody off the top rope onto the ramp, and then as he pushed them off, he slipped off the ring. That was pretty funny. And then the goofiness of the match was there was a spot where, again, it was Luther, go figure. He's gonna powerbomb somebody through the onto the cake or something on this table, and then instead of that, the guy goes to backdrop him, but actually just ends up not even backdropping him, just lifts him up, and Luther's face hits the cake or something. So he's got cake on his face. I mean, seriously, it wasn't funny. Nobody cared about it. It was stupid. So, who the fuck won this match? Dork Order won this match. Oh yeah, that's right. because Hangman Page did the his clothesline, the buckshot lariat, and then Dark Order did like a German suplex kick face combo or something. I don't know. I just remember Adam Page doing the buckshot lariat, so that was the finish. And then after the match, they were trying to do the big announcement of him joining the Dark Order, and he said that he does not want to join them. And like as he said no, this like confetti and like this on the screen said yes or something, so they just assumed that he was going to join, but he said no, and they don't attack him or anything. And that's the end of the segment. So this was a piece of shit. I gave this a segment a 1 out of 5 to be generous to -1 because Brody Lee's kid. He tried to do something funny at the end of it. He said something about like how his birthday was like 3 days prior to this or something, and then he threw some papers at somebody. I don't really get the throwing papers at somebody. I don't really see what's funny about that. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's kind of sad that like they're just like constantly focusing Dark Order like on this, 8-year-old kid or 9-year-old kid or something like that. I get he's Brody Lee's son. It's kind of sad that they're doing that. I think what they could do with Brody Lee's kid if they like actually had the mind, if they had a retina, the mind's eye, if they had that. There was a great show on TV, and I'm probably going to get made fun of, or you guys are going to say, oh, what a nerd, or something like that. Yeah, I liked Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So what? Yeah, I liked that show. Dude, Sarah Michelle Gellar was a babe back then, man. Actually, she still is kind of cute and whatnot. But, I mean, like, hey, and Elijah Dushku wasn't bad looking either. But, I mean, Buffy the Vampire Slayer was awesome. But, anyway, what they should do is make -1 the leader of the Dark Order, make this young kid the leader, and then give him find somebody who's 7 feet tall, and that's his bodyguard or his guy or something. So you got the kid directing traffic or something, and then you got this big ass bodyguard. The reason I'm referencing Buffy is because in the I think it was the first season, there was this the villain was named the Master, and then he created this character. It was a little kid or something named the Anointed One or something. And then I think in the second season, in the first episode or something, he was the Anointed One was trying to get revenge because the Master had been slain or something. So it was a little kid commanding, all the vampires or something. That's kind of where I was going with that reference. But yeah, I mean, that's what they should do. Just make this kid in charge of the Dark Order, but have him have a 7 foot tall bodyguard, so when they fuck up, this guy just beats the shit out of him. I mean, that could be a way to get him over, but also do something with the kid. You know what I'm saying? If the kid's gonna be on TV, you might as well do something with him. And yeah, that's how he'll earn his money or something. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if he's got a contract, he's not gonna get paid allowance, so he can earn his money by doing that. Better just completely scrap the Dark Order angle in the first place because it's a failure. It's a failure. But otherwise, do my advice. So, and you could also dress up Anna Jay and Tay Conti sexy as his sexy women or something. I don't know. Maybe it's weird for a 9-year-old kid to have older sexy women or something next to him. That might be age stuff there, but it would be edgy. God damn it, go for it. All right. Next on the show, we've got Alex Marvez backstage with MJF and Chris Jericho. This was okay. They just basically talk about the match tonight or something, that they're going to win or something. I don't know. It was all right. I gave it a 3 out of 4. Wasn't really anything bad. I still don't get why the Inner Circle is feuding with itself when just to find out who their tag team for the group is going to be. I don't really understand it. But whatever. Next, we've got Sting coming out to congratulate Darby Allin on retaining the TNT title from last week. It's literally what happens. Tony Schiavone introduces Sting to come out, and then he comes out, and then Darby Allin comes out, and then he congratulates him, and Sting says he sees a little bit of himself in Darby Allin, and then Team Taz comes out, and then pretty much is upset because Sting had used the bet on Starks outside the ring, which he wasn't even involved in the match. I don't know why that's a bad thing. But then Taz also rants about Darby like trying to tie up Cage's feet with a belt or something to cheat in the match, which that did happen. But I don't know. Basically, he challenges them to a match or to a fight, and then Darby Allin just says, "Careful what you wish for," and then that's the end of it. So basically, they accepted. So I think at Beach Break, their big show, what's on Dynamite or something. I think it's Beach Break. I don't know. Might be February. I can't remember. It's 4 a.m. But Sting's gonna wrestle in a tag team match with Darby Allin against Ricky Starks and Brian Cage. So, cool. Hopefully he doesn't like break any bones in the match. So, don't let Cage suplex and powerbomb him. I gave this a half a point. It was all right. Could it have been better? Yes, but it is what it is. Next we got this was cringy. This was the Young Bucks and Alex Marvez going to Kenny Omega's house, and then he's not home. This guy named Nakazawa, Kenny Omega's gay partner in real life. At least I think he is. He might as well be, because later on we saw this portrait or something on the wall, and it was Kenny Omega shirtless, and then it was Nakazawa shirtless, and they're like wearing like jeans or something, but the way they're wearing it looks like they were like modeling them or something. Very, very gay, very homosexual and whatnot. So if you're into that stuff, this was for you. But if you're like me and you're straight, it was not for me. So basically in this segment, they go inside his house, and then he ends up not being home. And then the Bucks rip on Callis for for Callis, like basically kind of backing out on them last week, but not letting them team up with Omega. Callis tries to pay them off with money, or with a check, and then the Bucks joke about how his checks bounce in Impact, and then they don't show it on camera, but like Callis like kicks Marvez and the cameraman out and sets the camera down, and then supposedly the Bucks like kicked his ass. They don't show it on TV, but supposedly they kicked his ass. But because of the traumatizing trauma, yes, of the that gay picture or whatever, I'm giving this a 0 out of 4, and also because the storyline sucks, and the Young Bucks can't act for shit either. So we're gonna cheer ourselves up. We got to go with the Babe of the Week. Babe of the Week, Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose in all her glory. I've always been a Mandy Rose fan. I like Sonya Deville too. I like them as a tag team. I hate that they kind of split them up. They aren't doing much with either of them. They just put Mandy back in a tag team with Dana Brooke or something. So why even split them up? Well, yeah, Sonya Deville's, that stalker breaking into her house and legal shit. She had to get that settled. I get that, but still. They should have just put them back together and whatnot. All right, next we got a very cringy segment. So and the Dark Order segment was bad. That was bad. But I think this was worse. This is Cody Rhodes versus pretty Peter Avalon. Peter Avalon is like one of the biggest jobbers in AEW. This guy, and they said this on TV, he has lost 27 matches. 27 matches, but he's on a 5-winning streak, so he gets to wrestle Cody. 27 losses, and they say that on TV. So, yeah. So, I have no faith in this guy as it is already. Also, he's coming out with a very lame, like, Rick Rude kind of gimmick or something. This guy used to have, like, a decent group. I just killed an ant. This guy used to have a decent, I don't know, it wasn't even a decent character, but Avalon used to have, like, a character called the Librarian. So, I mean, not that that's a great character. I suppose you could do something with that. Like, if you were, like, a psycho, like, librarian or something, and he cuts a promo, like, telling someone, like, to check out the Cardex and put this book back in the right slot. And when the guy's like, dude, what are you talking about? And then he's like, I just said put it back in the right slot. And then he, like, just goes ape shit and kicks someone's ass or whatnot. I suppose that could work or something. Or, like, if he tells someone to, like, then again, this might be more of a teacher, but tells someone to read an assignment and then they don't read it. And then he starts, like, reciting, like, what, like, summarizes it, like, he's kicking their ass. I mean, yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. That sucks, but whatever. So, yeah, I have no faith in Avalon as it is, Peter Avalon. So, actually, if you want, you know what? His last name of Avalon is a fucking disgrace. When I think of Avalon, I think of like the island on that kid show from the '90s, Gargoyles. You know, that was a cool island. There was a lot of cool shit on that show that happened on that island. And then I also think of Avalon. There's the singer of Godsmack, Sully Erna, has a song called Avalon. Like he did like a solo album. Check that out. That's a great song too. So those are two Avalons that are thumbs up. But this Avalon, Peter Avalon, is a piece of shit. So, alright, so check out how this match starts. So, Cody Rhodes comes out, and then he hits the crossroads in Avalon right as the match starts. Finishing move right as the match starts. So then Jade Cargill comes out and is like distracting Cody or something, or like, I don't know, trash talking him or something. And then Avalon gets up and kicks Cody like right in the balls. Like say like Cody's like, you know, Cody's like watching like Jade Cargill over here. Avalon just comes, bam, kicks him like right in the balls from behind. So you figure like, you know, holy shit, we're going to have a big shocker upset or whatnot, right? No. Then the match becomes a competitive match. He doesn't even try to pin him from kicking him in the balls. Like, it would have been at least something maybe if this jobber who nobody has any fucking faith in just like, you know, upsetted Cody or something. But no. He kicks him in the balls. Then they have a 12-minute competitive match. And then what else was stupid in this match was, like, Avalon was working on Cody Rhodes' leg for a little bit in the match. And then Cody, like, toward the end of it, like, no-sells it and puts him in a figure four. And then Avalon reverses it. And then Cody Rhodes reverses it again on him. And, like, Avalon, like, decides to tap out because Cody's going to slap him in the face. So he's in the figure four, not selling the fact that his leg is getting fucked up, but he'll tap out because Cody's gonna slap him in the face. Are you fucking kidding me? They are a fucking fungus, and they need some fucking anti-fungal cream because this show is so fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I took a quarter point off for this being stupid. Like I even wrote in my notes up here, stupid. Quarter point off for selling. Quarter point off for the time limit, and I guess I gave it a quarter point overall for a grade because the ref was all right. There wasn't any goofiness on the ref's part. But this was terrible, man. I mean, the Dork Order shit was bad, but I mean, I get it. It's for a kid. You know what I'm saying? A kid of a guy who passed away. I give that a slight bit of slack. But this fucking shit, yeah, this was terrible. All right, next we've got FTR and Tully Blanchard backstage. They get interrupted by Marco Stunt, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. Jungle Boy says he can beat FTR or beat one of them like one-on-one with no problem. FTR won last week with the Shatter Machine over on Marco Stunt. That's all I remember. So, like, if something happened in the match, I don't know what happened, and I also don't give a fuck because it's Marco Stunt. So they challenge one of the... Jungle Boy tries to challenge them. Dax Harwood steps up and says that his corner won't be at ringside. And then Luchasaurus says that they'll be at ringside to keep them out from interfering and whatnot. That's about it. So I gave this a half a point. It was okay, but I'm never going to give anything with Marco Stunt more than a half a point because he's only half the size of a real man. So, yeah, he's a piece of shit. I should give this a 0 because it's Marco Stunt, but when he's on my TV, I should skip it. But I'll be nice. Why not? Next, we've got Jon Moxley versus a jobber. The jobber's name is Nick Comoroto. Tomo Terigato, Mr. Roboto. Yeah, I'm sure Facebook and YouTube are going to sue me for that. That's probably copyright infringement of me singing that song, but my sincere apologies. So... Alright, so check this out. So Jon Moxley's wrestling this jobber, right? This match goes like 5 minutes. So you figure, oh, Jon Moxley squashed this guy, right? This jobber kicked the crap out of Moxley for most of the match. Yeah. And honestly, like, this guy, Nick Comoroto, he looked like a caveman. But, to give him a little credit, he had some muscle going. Like, he looked more intimidating than Jon Moxley did. I don't know, like Moxley's in good shape, like cardio wise, like he's not like fat or anything, but like he doesn't look as like muscular as he did like when he came back from his he came back from an injury in the WWE, like from his elbow injury or something. When he came back, he was like jacked, and then when he came to AEW, he was still jacked. But I feel like he's not as jacked anymore. So sum up this match. Jobber hits a power slam, Comorado hits it, and then a couple backbreakers on Moxley. Then he hits a Death Valley driver to Moxley over his knee for a 2 count. Moxley fights back, hits a German suplex, and then Moxley hits Comorado, who no-sells it, lifts Moxley up to like do another big move, but Moxley reverses it into a sleeper hold half choke, and I counted this. He had him in this submission hold for a whole 8 seconds, and then the guy passed out and the ref called for the bell. 8 whole seconds. I've seen guys in chokeholds in the UFC for like at least like 20 to 30 seconds before they like tap out and pass out. So this guy like died in 8 seconds. And Moxley ain't that fucking strong. So yeah, that looked stupid. So I took, this match went 5 minutes, so time limit was fine. Took a quarter point off for the selling because, like I said, Moxley hit this guy and then he like no-sold it. And then we tried to finish him off after like taking a nasty German suplex and all that. So, yeah. Also, a quarter point off because you're doing a match to make Moxley look good, but you're letting the jobber get more offense in. That's like what Kenny Omega did last week in the 6-man tag. That dude, Limelight, I think his name was, got like so much offense into Omega, and he's the fucking world champion. Like, what's wrong with this company? They don't know that jobber matches means that your champion is supposed to just kick the crap out of a jobber to look tough? I mean, come on, man. Moxley cut a promo afterwards on Omega that was alright. Like I said, this segment got a 2 out of 4. Next we have Dasha with Eddie Kingston, Butcher and Blade and the Bunny. Next week it's going to be Kingston versus Lance Archer. And then Dasha's asking him how he's going to prepare, and then Kingston's like, hey, I'm not going to prepare, I'm just going to go out there and get it done. And then Archer shows up and says something stupid or weird. He's like, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, or something like that. And then Kingston and them start arguing and bickering with each other. Jake the Snake interrupts and starts like yelling at them. Archer just walks away. And then Kingston said something before that to Archer, how he'll not have his guys in the corner, they'll be one-on-one, and then Jake the Roberts tells him it's going to be one-on-one. So, yeah, Jake clearly didn't know it's going to be one-on-one or something. And then Kingston insults him, and Jake says, bite me. So, I mean, this was somewhat intense, I guess. That was alright, but I would have liked a pull-apart brawl to make it look even better. But the Bunny was there, so a half a point. Why not? Next we got Omega showing up to the arena. Alex Marvez asks him about the beach, and then Omega's like, I didn't go to the beach or whatever, and then Marvez says that they went to his house. I guess Omega lives on a beach or something. And then Don Callis is there, and he's got like a bruise on his face or something with makeup or something. Dude, I gotta go on a little, like not a big rant, but just a little thing here. So, if you get a bruise, and I've seen this happen like in the nursing home, you know what I'm saying? You get a bruise, a fresh new bruise is going to be like blue, purple, maybe red, and then as it heals over time, it'll change to like a yellow color, and then like maybe to like a gray and then fade away or something. It'll be like yellow and gray or like the closer to the final stages of healing for a bruise before it fades. This guy had like purple, red, and yellow, like a ton of yellow on his face with the makeup. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, if he got beat up in the same day, there's no fucking way that bruise would have healed that fast. So, yeah, no logic in that whatsoever. So, we're taking points off for that as it is. What else happened in this? I don't know, Marvez. Callis tells Omega that the Bucks did it, and then Don Callis kicks Marvez out of the room or something. What else on this? I just gave this a quarter point. It wasn't that good, but then the logic of a half a point lost for the logic of bruises. Next we have 6-man tag, Top Flight and Matt Sydal versus Private Party and Matt Hardy. Apparently, Private Party are the number one contenders for the Impact Tag Team Championships, not AEW, Impact. So, yeah, they're going to be number one contenders for another company's belts. Logic, makes sense. This match was kind of crappy. Went 14 minutes, which we took a quarter point off for that as it is. I'm just going to read my stuff in order here. Jim Ross was funny in this match. Jim Ross was very funny in this match. So as much points as I'm taking off for this, I gave it a bonus quarter point because Jim Ross was hilarious. So match starts off. There's like this all the guys are in the ring. Dante and Darius and Sydal, they're triple teaming I think it was Mark Quinn. They're triple teaming him, right? So there was a botch where like Dante launches his partner and like he's gonna like do a monkey, like he basically monkey flips the guy to do like a little senton bomb on the guy. So like he completely like misses him, and then the guy like backflips to do a splash, and I don't know if it's the camera, but you see him like not even land on the guy. So that was a nice botch. Also, while that was going on, he went for a pin, but then he wasn't even legal. So like Sydal was legal. Jim Ross said something hilarious. He was like, "Does it really matter? It's a runaway train." So I thought that was kind of funny because he's like insulting the referee retardation in this match. Because I counted how long these guys were in the ring. Like I went like 1, 2, 3, like that pace. 21 seconds. I counted to 21 of all the double teaming they were in the ring. So factor that in with the misses and shit. Jim Ross was angry. It was funny. Then there was another goofy spot after that. There was like this triple Boston Crab that the guys were doing, and like Jim Ross said something funny because Mike Rumberg, I guess, counted to 4 for them to break it or something, because like there weren't legal guys in the ring, and then Jim Ross says something funny. He's like, he finally got a hold of something, and then he's like, good grief, it was funny. Like it's so funny how Jim Ross was ripping on these guys. Then we got a hot tag. Darius hits a Spanish fly on someone for a 2 count. I hate that move. Then there's a goofy spot in this match. So, I mean, I took a quarter point off for the goofiness already with the too much triple teaming and the whole 10 count being a joke. Well, Matt Hardy hits a side effect on all 3 of the opponents, and then he tries to pin all 3 of them. And the referee counts to 1, 2, and they all kick out. One legal guy. You can't pin all 3 of them. This fucking referee. So another quarter point off for goofiness. Read my notes down there. It says WTF. What the fuck? So, Jim Ross said he got 3 2 counts off this. So that's 6, which was funny. Mark Quinn, let's see. This was a stupid spot. So there was another dumb spot where like Mark Quinn they'd been beating up Matt Sydal for a little bit. So Mark Quinn's doing like this, like I'm watching you thing. And then he like does this like stupid dance and then he kicks Sydal in the head. It was a nice kick. And then Sydal just kicks him back and then no-sells it because everybody starts like ganging up on the dude. They're double teaming him. So a quarter point after the selling right there. Finish of the matchup was Matt Hardy throws one of the Top Flight guys out of the ring. So for some reason the referee gets pissed off at that out of anything. So he starts getting in Matt Hardy's face and getting pissed off at it. While that's going on, Isaiah Cassidy grabs a chair and hits one of the Top Flight guys with it. And then Mark Quinn's like, shocked that he did that, but then he just smiles, hits a shooting star press, and pins the guy. Mark Quinn has never pinned anybody with a shooting star press. And it's a great move. It's cool that he pinned with this. But I'm just saying, he's hit this move on, like, the Bucks and all kinds of other people, but it's always been a 2 count. So he finally got a pinfall with this. Let him use it as a finisher. It's a great move. So this match would have got a 0 out of 4 for the time limit, the selling, and then 2 quarter points off back-to-back for goofiness. And but Jim Ross gave it a bonus quarter point for his great commentary. So Alright, I'm not going to play a song of the week because Facebook and YouTube are fucking Nazis and they won't let me, but the song of the week is Skid Row, 18 in Life. Check that song out. It's awesome. There's another band I like called Hydrogen, and they've got a remake of it as well, and she sings I don't know the chick singer's name, but she sings a real good version of it too. So yeah, 18 in Life, check that song out. I wish I could play it, but unfortunately if I play it, these guys are going to be like, copyright, 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 copyright. Even though I'm not trying to make a single cent off of it, I'm just promoting good music and actually would be pushing the artists to get a little bit of money, which would actually give them a little bit of money because they'd be watching the ads and whatnot. But they can't fucking see that because they're retarded. So, anyway. Next we've got Mjf and Wardlow backstage. They go into the Inner Circle's room and apologize about Jericho making this match, and he says he doesn't want to do it, but he's trying to suck up and be buds with them. Guevara gets in his face and doesn't believe him and stuff, and MJF's like tries to fist bump everybody. Guevara doesn't. I gave this a 3 out of 4. It was alright. Nothing really bad about it other than the fact that they're all heels, so why should we care? I don't know, but whatever. Alright, next we've got legit, MC Hammer, too legit to quit, Layla Hirsch, who's 4'11", versus Penelope Ford, who kind of looked like a giant compared to her. This match was goofy. Not really goofy, but like clunky, sloppy, kind of. So I'm going to show you guys a couple clips here that I took of this match. All right, here's the first clip. Here is this kind of clunky.
Overhand elbow strike there by Penelope Ford. Layla Hirsch.
Watch, Penelope, definitely nails her with this move. But then she acts to act like she didn't get hit with it. And then Penelope's, not even there. This chick just runs at the ropes for no reason. I don't really get that. And then this knee right here, sorry, Penelope, but, yeah. I don't know if that was really her fault. It was probably the other chick's fault, but... Yeah. So, and also what annoyed me in this match, even before that, was Penelope Ford, kicks Layla, in the knee. And it wasn't even, a weak kick. I mean, it was she fucking goes, in the knee and shit. And Layla doesn't even fucking sell it. And then she kicks up to her feet after that. What the fuck? So I took a quarter point off for the selling. Then we've got another goofy spot where, Kip Sabian is, taunting this chick or whatever. And, the big thing with this chick is with Layla, she's supposed to be like Chad Gable. The short person, but, this, phenomenal, amateur wrestler background or something, which she did show off in the match a little bit. So I get that, but, I mean, there's this goofy spot in the match where, Kip Sabian's talking trash to her. She gets out of the ring and starts, walking toward him. And he's, a foot taller than this chick. And he's, afraid of her. What the... You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. Penelope Ford, gives her a pump kick and throws her into the safety rail. Then we got the finish of this match. Oh, boy. The finish of this match. I'm just going to show you guys the clip of it. To witness another classic finish in AEW. So Layla Hirsch going up to the top rope, flips and takes out Chuck Taylor, or Charles Taylor, and Kip Sabian. I forgot that he's Charles. Alright, watch this. Penelope Ford, boot to the face. A very nice boot to the face. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, Kip Sabian puts the opponent's foot on the bottom rope for no reason. Why did he do that? He basically tried to stop his woman from winning the match by putting her opponent's foot on the rope. Botch? Say what? Botch? Get over here. Yeah, so, I mean, what a piece of shit. The foot, I see, where the guy puts the foot on the rope and the heel, throws the foot off so the ref, doesn't see it. He fucking put her foot on the fucking rope. I mean, what the fuck is he doing? That's what I'm saying. This company, they don't know how to, improvise stuff. If it's not the original plan, then fuck it. I mean, she's still gonna, Penelope Ford is still gonna win and still look strong anyways. So what's the big deal? If it's not You know what I'm saying? They don't fucking think. So, let's see. I gave this scoring-wise for this match. Bonus point for Penelope Ford's outfit. Her butt looked nice in it. -1/4 for the selling with that leg spot. A -4 for the goofiness and the botch and the ending. And then the botch. What was the botch in this match? I think it was just like that spot with the knee and then that little knee to the head or something. And the match was just kind of I wasn't into it. I mean, it went 8 minutes, but it got a 2 out of 4 overall. It was all right, but like I said, it could have been better. Next, we've got Penta getting beat up backstage by the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega. I gave that 4 out of 5. It was an all right beatdown. There wasn't like much on weapons, but it was just like Penta getting thrown into like that steel garage door thing, and then just like stomping him and punching him and stuff like that. So it was all right. Plus, it was backstage too. I wish they would do more backstage attacks. This company is like perfectly capable of it, and they don't. So then we got, like I said, the main event is Chris Jericho and MJF versus Sammy Hager versus Ortiz and Santana. What was kind of funny was when Jake Hager and Sammy Guevara came out, Sammy Hager, the actual singer, like appeared on the video. Hang it up, man.
Powerbomb from MJF. Jericho. Oh! Lion salt. Puts the far leg. 2.
I mean, yeah, he just needs to hang it up, man. Sorry about that, phonies. My main camera ran out of time. So, just real quick summary. Jericho, MJF versus Hager versus Ortiz and Santana. MJF and Jericho won the match with, like, Guevara came in and, like, was kicking ass and whatnot, and then MJF rolled them up and hooked the tights and got a 3 count.